just want to see this updates or harmful updates. I just want to see this updates. Let's give it one more minute for people to join and then we'll kick it off. Hope everyone had a good week. We caught some bangers yesterday in the SPX chat. And we'll see where we end up. Like how every analyst is messaging me. It's cool. Okay, let's keep that up there. If we close below 654, we're gonna flush real hard. So I'm gonna be watching for that. Just give it one more minute for people to join. And I'll go through the charts, what to expect and where we might end up. Yesterday was fun as hell. I think I found out a trick to the SPX plays. You basically gotta wait till 250 and then decide which way to go. And so at 238, I put a position for 6590C at 250. It went down to like $200, so you could have gotten a discount for $50 off. And that ran to $500 pretty quickly, like within 20 minutes. Then 800, then 1600, and then finally $4,000, and expired in the money. So if everyone wants to get like $200 ready or even $100 ready by 250, just I think it's good risk and reward, and then I'll find a play either on puts or calls for SPX. So I'll just have that ready. I'll post it for free for everyone, but I'll do it live for the paid members. So nice little trick there, and I ended up programming that into George as well. So I created a specific SPX path for him, and then got gamma exposure improvements. Swings will actually be swings now because he usually closes them the same day. And then I improved the entries and exits based on all the learnings that we've had for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was. We did make a couple of swings from yesterday. Obviously, we don't control the market, and today is quad witching, so we got $5.7 trillion expiring or rolling over or closing. That's a lot of capital. That's like 30% of the entire US market, I think. So, volatility is to be expected, but really how I see this, and this happens every OPEX basically, and especially true for today, you get something like this where it just grinds up, gets tighter and tighter, and then explodes either to the upside or downside. And that usually happens around 230-ish. That's when institutions really want to get repositioned for the week after, right? So that's really what I'm expecting, just a slow grind up, probably rejects around 664, 665, and then decides to go down or continue going up. The maximum pain on the S&P 500, or SPY in this case. For bears, it's at 664, 665, this area right here, basically. And coincidentally, that's in the middle of this weekly fair value gap daily fair value gap that I drew yesterday. So we have a layer of liquidity here that needs to be tapped. Whether we tap it today or not, I don't know. But this is that fair value gap that we see here on the daily. And I do think it's pretty likely that you get up there today and then decide if you want to continue going to the upside now that we have some clarity on where Iran is and Israel is, or do you continue going down towards 640? I don't know. Maximum pain for bears, as I said, is around 654, 656, 655, that area, this red box here. And then for bulls, its maximum pain is like 648. So I could also see something like this happen where it just continues going down and then decides to go up exponentially by the end of the day. But we'll see how it goes and how we open in the first hour, basically. I really want to make 0 trades until later in the afternoon because that's where the risk and reward is. So we did take some swings that were up quite a bit, not quite a bit, but enough yesterday, 30% on Amazon, 10% on Apple. I was able to trim it down to runners. So I got 2 runners left for both of them. If they expire worthless, they expire worthless. But, we can't control the news. We don't control how OPEX goes. But I do think you're setting up for a grind higher today for everything, basically, right? So on Amazon, that's what I'm seeing. Just a straight grind up towards probably 210. Apple, literally the same story. I think it's going to go up towards the 250 wall. Whether that takes all day or not, I don't know. But I do think it's likely that it's going to come back towards this line, maybe even 255 if we're lucky by the end of the day. So I want to see a clear of this imbalance, clear of this imbalance. If we get that today, great. If not, what I might do is just spend like an extra $100 or whatever it is on the runners and get them to roll into either Wednesday next week or Friday next week, whatever option I feel comfortable with. But that it is what it is. We also swung some IBIT, which is looking pretty good. Honestly, I think it's going to move up faster than any of the other ones. But those are $40 a con for 40 Cs. You're almost in the money there. So, it should be a nice gain or maybe even break even and open. If you're scared of holding, you can take the win or just try to close it at break even if you want. But to me, this is setting up for higher, and same thing with everything else. And let's go look at some lottos that I really like for today are HPE calls right at open. Anything to do with this kind of pattern that I see this all the time. You're setting up to go higher. You're filling this imbalance here right in the middle. And I think you fly towards 23, 24 pretty quickly. Dell probably looks pretty good as well. I think there's a number of people in there. Do I want to chase up here? Probably not. The imbalance has already been filled. But if you do want to look at other names like Dell, could be good entries for today. Tesla, I don't want to do anything here, to be honest. Like, it's below the range that I drew. And I don't feel comfortable with the risk and reward for taking the 400 calls or 395 calls or 392 calls here. But I want to see what the first 5 minutes hold here. And if we can get some volume, we get some volume. But other than that, I don't really want to do much. I did have these USO hedges, just show everyone. 327, 140 Cs. These are hedges. These are designed to go to 0 in case something does happen in the Middle East. I got them filled like right here yesterday. So they're down maybe 10%, 20%, whatever the number is. I don't care. But this is a hedge in case something does go wrong and we don't come to a conclusion here. Then at least I'm covered towards any upside and volatility for either oil or the stock market in general. So that's how I'm approaching that. If someone got filled there as well, I know Timmy did, then enjoy the hedge. I think it'll be a nice win. I did write a number of other ones. So HUD 75C, let's go see what it's looking like. Almost there. I think it's going to move up again. You're feeling this imbalance and move up towards 75, maybe even 76 if we're lucky. Until this might be cooked, but we'll see. 46p is in the money, and I think this is your same rejection zone that kicked off this downtrend. So let's see what happens here. If we close above 47, I think that those puts are cooked. If we don't, then I think they're still valid. Oscar calls probably did do well or will do well at open. What did I say? 13.5C. You're almost in the money there too. Just a bit more to go. That's in the middle of this imbalance. Great. CRML, what is it, 8.5C, almost on the money there too. Nice. And then Meta 605Cs, these did go up a bit yesterday, and you're in the money on those. So if anyone took them, just take the win and enjoy the gains. I don't know if it's huge gains, but you might be able to get 20, 30% there, if not more. Now let's go look at the S&P 500 once again. I do think you're kind of grinding back up towards that 660 zone. Let's go look at the Gamma page on George. This tool has been amazing. It's been so fun to use. So buy dips towards 689. Oh, that's actually pretty far up. I don't know if we get there, to be honest, but we'll see. And this page will update right at open or within the first 5 minutes anyways. And 660 is your put wall. I don't think you're going to go far below that, to be honest. I mean, I could be wrong. We could go nuke down to 644 for all I know, but I'm more optimistic towards the upside here just because there's a lot more liquidity up here than there is down there. So that's how I trade. Let's go look at QQQ. 590 is a put wall. You're bouncing right on it. You accumulated a lot yesterday, went up, rejected at that level at 595. This is something that I was saying to watch. If you close below 590 for whatever reason, especially on the 15 minutes, I'd be taking puts towards 582. But again, I think the risk and reward here is for calls rather than for puts. So I do think the 595 calls either at open or within the first 15, 20 minutes are probably your best bang for your buck, or even the 600 calls for today. So let's see how that goes. I'm doing as little as possible, especially given that it is options expiration. And you have stock market futures, indices, and indices futures expiring and rolling over today. And once again, that's $5.7 trillion or 30% of the market here. That's going to be expiring or closing or rolling their positions. So expect a grind up for everything or maybe a grind down for everything. I have no idea how it's going to go. And then usually what happens is there's a momentum that gets increased, like it gets tighter and tighter, right? It gets tighter and tighter, tighter and tighter, tighter. And then it explodes up or explodes down. I have no idea what we're going to get. But I'll keep everyone abreast of any changes that I see on the Gamma exposure page. And I'll post them for free for everyone because yesterday we saw 6650 being lit at 11 a.m. and it was $102 billion, right? 11 a.m. basically. And then I look at the SPX chart and I look at it and I go, oh shit, we ended up actually sweeping that layer of liquidity, right? And we had a lot of early signals that was going to happen because we were accumulating within the fair value gap. And to me, this is a clear signal that some news is coming out. And what happened? We built up a lot of energy here and exploded towards the upside. And then I think we tapped 6637 right there and then rejected off that. So we were able to get a nice, I think it was a 20x, 30x return depending on your entry. And we turned, or at least I turned $250 there into $4,000 right by the end of the day. So that kind of worked out. I don't know if we'll get a similar move today, but we'll see how it goes. And market is open. Let's go watch for the first 15 minutes. I'll go open the SPY chart because that's my favorite. And we'll see what we get. I do like some zero-dated option plays, as said, on HPE. I don't know if they fill or not, but I'm trying to get 10 of these calls for the 23 strike at $20. Oh, sorry, there's no bid and ask. Never mind. It might not actually do anything. I'm just going to cancel this. There's no volume. There's no point doing anything there. And let's go see if Tesla's doing anything interesting. Nope. That's what I was afraid of. Apple will give it some time. And Amazon will give it some time because it is quad expiration. And just let them do whatever they want. They're going to shake out the bears, they're going to shake out the bulls, and then decide to go up or down really fast by the end of the day. And I do think you're setting up for a nice bounce here very soon. This is your classic undercut, right? We see this happen a lot, undercut, rip up. Or if we close below here on the 208 strike on Amazon, we'll kind of come back towards the 200 area. So let's just give it 5 minutes and see where we end up. Circle looks pretty good. I mean, I ended up closing my short yesterday, so that kind of worked out. And now it's going to go up towards probably 131, 135. So I'm setting up for a nice move. I do think crypto is probably a good play for today. Like if you want to get some coin calls or what's the other one? Master. Master calls might work out because you just filled this imbalance and then you kind of go up towards 140, maybe 142 if we get maximum pain there. And then if anyone took this NVIDIA swing, I think I said 180 calls. They were green yesterday. I don't know what they're doing now, but we'll see how it goes. I'm holding all swings from yesterday. And the one I like is TSEM because the volume there is insane. The downside is bid and ask is pretty whack. Like you're losing a buck here, a $1.20. I don't think it's worth the risk, so I'm just going to wait until the end of the day and decide what to do. And the other one that's interesting to me right now is Micron. So MU, if I look at the chart, You're right in this buy block, and I do think you bounce towards 445 area. That's really what I'm looking for. So if you want to take the risk at $300, you can, or even 450s, honestly. At $1 might be a good risk and reward, and just take the win within the next 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is. So just be cognizant of that and careful, but I do think this is setting up to go higher. Same thing with SNDK. Same thing with WDC. And we'll see where that ends up. But I think across the board, like this is what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing this double tap, come back down, and then go up. Same thing on Amazon, same thing on Apple, and we'll see where we go. And I don't know if George has opened anything. I don't think he has because volume is lacking, I'm pretty sure. 4 mil compared to what we had yesterday at 10. So we'll watch for a little bit and we'll go.
Energy is actually picking up some bids right now, surprisingly. And good morning, folks.
Like USO or XLE?
Also XLE, surprisingly.
Okay, let's go see. Oh shit, I don't want to chase it, but the 60 strike at $30, honestly, might be worth the risk. It's about to go in the money. Or even the 60.50 strike. A lot of open interest on these. Crazy. I wonder what happens if I just get 2. Let's risk $32. And let's see where we end up. I do have a long dated 2027 leaps on this. I'm not stressed. We'll give it some time. Let them flush it out. This happens every single time. I know people get nervous holding these on Fridays, but honestly, this is when it runs the most. Yeah, whenever I see this, just market makers are manipulating, right? So calls on dips towards 665. Am I going to bet against $6.1 billion of exposure? No. Do I want to chase puts here? Hell no. Knowing that $6.5 billion is exposed on the upside, right? So 650 is really what I'm looking for here. IWM, buy the dips towards 250, QQQ, fade both sides. That's probably because something's going on with the tech. And $6.5 billion there as well. SPX, we won't get a lot of data or read into this until 9:55. And then RUT has changed to fade both sides. Only got a $1.4 billion. So I'm not betting against market makers here. But go for it, Timmy.
By the way, XLE's 2 cents from hitting 60, and that was actually on George's thing from yesterday.
Oh shit, nice. It's only up 3%. I'm gonna see if I can sell it at like, I don't know, $50. 0.50.
Another win for George Ticker Liquor.
Yeah, he's usually pretty right. He did give us some generated calls for 0 dated options. So 660 strike on SPY, Tesla, 382.5. Gold calls, oddly enough. And then he changed his bias towards Apple and Amazon puts. But again, I don't see the reason for rushing into this. I do think you're setting up for a bounce. I'm going to hold my swings from yesterday. I know they went up already like 30, 20%, but I'm just going to hold it because I do think you're going to set up for a bottom here and then go up from there. And he might have opened some IWM puts, it looks like. Let's go see. Yes, he did. And he closed it. So, he already made 23% there. That's fine. Let him get the scalp. Let him get the win. I do think you're about to go higher. Whether it happens in the next 10 minutes or not, I don't know. But I do think it's going to go higher. And again, I'm not fading the market makers here. When you got $6 billion exposed, or $8 billion in this case on QQQ, towards 590 and higher, like why would I fade them, right? You got $6 billion there almost. But again, I don't want to do anything until I see the closure above on the 15-minute above 655. Then I'll get some calls. I did swing some from yesterday. Probably swung more than I wanted to or should have. But I'm gonna give it some time. If anyone got the XLE calls, you're up 12%. If you want to take the win, take the win. But I'm gonna wait and be patient here with everything because it's OpEx. See, this is that same imbalance on SPX that we keep hitting it over and over again. And this goes back, if you look at the chart, that imbalance goes back to September. This is that same imbalance that's kicked off every single uptrend since September. So do I want to buy puts here? No, that's not the risk and reward that's worthwhile. I think it's more likely you undercut on the 5-minute, close above it, and then fly up towards like, I don't know, 6,600, 6,617 or whatever. But, I have one IQ, so I don't know what I'm doing. I bet. Let's see what's going on here while we wait for Apple and Amazon to catch up. Just not seeing volume anywhere though. It is OPEX again, so we just gotta be patient. Premiums are probably jacked on everything, to be honest. Let's go see what these contracts are worth. 656 strike, yeah, it's a lot. XLE. If anyone took those XLE calls, you're up like 15% again. Just take the win. Oh, I gotta get more coffee after. Get 22% on those XLE calls if anyone wants to take the win at, I don't know, we got them for like 30 cents or whatever it was. You're up, or you were up for a little bit. Now you're back down. Okay, I'm going to give it 2 more minutes and I'll see if I want to get some SPY calls. Maybe I'll get the 656 or 660, one of these two. The 660 has had a lot of open interest. That's probably where the market makers are positioned anyway, so.
I think I made Lotto some XOM calls, just in case. Those are catching some bids.
Oh, 60.50C. What did I get them at? I can't even remember now. At 16. Oh, we might not have data on Circle. I just realized. I'll look at it after. What's up, guy up north? Okay, let's go look at ASTS. It probably does fly, but I'd be hesitant on this rejection here. So I don't want to chase anything. Same thing with Rocket Lab, probably. They kind of move in parallel. Yeah, I'd be worried about a rejection, although it looks better than ASTS right now, just because you have more room to run above. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, you're setting up for higher right here. So I'm going to take a lot of call on SPY right here. And before I do that, let's just see the gamma exposure page. 5.2 bill 1 minute ago at 660. All right, let's do it. 660, get 2 of these at 0.50. SPY 660Z at 50 per con, lotto sized. I'll post this in the 100 to 5K challenge so people know what I'm looking at. Hey, it's up 7%. Take the win if you want. I'm going to hold. 17, nice. 19, okay. It's about to fly. That's what I thought. %, so far. Take the wait if scared of folding through OPEX. You're setting up to go higher across the board. I just know it. Let them flush it out. This is price rejection. It's going to go up. iBit's literally doing the same thing. Apple probably should be doing the same thing, where it's just rejecting that lower price bound and then going up. Rocket Lab, you're rejecting on the upside, come back down and go up. And I bet Micron's doing the exact same thing as well. There it is. There's your price rejection. Now you're going to go up. I knew it. I knew it. This is the bear trap. 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 Again, like, do I want to bet against $5 billion at 660 or $3 billion at 660 on top of the $5 billion that we saw this morning? Do I want to bet against $33.2 billion? The answer should be no to everyone. But hey, if you want to chase puts here, you do you. Knowing that this is where market makers are positioned and the volume on these contracts and the price on these contracts is increasing. Am I going to bet against the market makers, people who control the market, or am I going to take the win? Get 30%. 30% take the win here. Honestly, if I were you, I'd take the win at 30%, call it a day, and just enjoy the day and not do anything else. But I'm going to sell both of these at $100. Actually, maybe I'll do 120 because I want to get a bit more than what I put in. And let's go look at XLE. There's your rejection. I think it comes back down. Same thing with the USO. I think it's going to reject hard and come back down towards. This is what I see on USO personally. This is your trend. This is your trend. It gets tighter and tighter. Probably comes back down to 113 and then decides to go up. Okay. Big Z's off. Oh yeah, happy Eid. Or that's not happy Eid? I don't know. Eid. Enjoy the day for whoever's off.
They'll say Eid Mubarak.
Oh yeah, good call. 30%. Zero drawdown so far. And 35%, 40%. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Good old Shabby Boy can read a chart. Again, do I want to fade the market makers with $30 billion at the 660 strike? Oh, it's increasing. It's increasing. That's crazy. Look at this. I built this for you all. If you see a yellow dot on it, I think it's yellow. That means that a new event has happened there since the last time we checked. Come on, get me to 658.8. That's when I'll be looking to trim. Oh, but this is where I put like my own personal read on it. Like, this is where I'll be looking to get out of the position on calls. 41%. Take the win, y'all. Take the win at 40%. Take the win on 660C at 41%. I'm just trying to get you to take profits and get the hell out for the day until 2 p.m. when we can do the SPX Lotto. Dun, 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 dun. No, 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 no. Thank you, thank you. All right, we'll give it some time. And I just have this feeling Tesla's about to run up too. So I'd be interested in getting calls right here for Tesla. Now that they've shown their hand, I think it's worth the risk and reward for the 380 strike on Tesla. Let's go see how much it's worth. At $1.24. Taking a Lotto Tesla 380C at 120 per con. I'll do that on my main account because I want to persist the cash on this SPY portfolio. Oh man, it dumped. That's why I was saying take the win. But it's fine. Let them do the double tap. They don't have enough liquidity to go up. And then we'll get some more wins here. I want to avoid drawdown. Do I have drawdown today? No, I don't. Still up 23%. All right, great. Honestly, you're still green on this contract. I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, take the win. If you're scared it's going to jump more. 10% is still 10%. We did see it peak at 41%. I'm trying to do this live with everyone so everyone knows what the hell I'm seeing. SNDK puts, for May. Oh, that looks like a hedge though. 4.5 mil. That's nothing. You're about to run up. I do know this, or do feel that, based on how dealers are positioned. And the numbers here keep increasing, so I don't know. Do I want to bet against these guys? Probably not. Let's go look at AVG on Moo. There's your pop on Tesla. If anyone got those calls for 380C, they're up. They went from one. No, they're not. They're basically at break even. Let's go look at Moo and SNDK, or AVGO rather. Again, this here double tap. They're not letting this level go at 441.46. Like, honestly, I think calls go look pretty good. Get to the 460 probably by the end of the day. And then AVGO, I do think this is setting up for a move higher as well. I'd be cautious of this double top here and then come back down. If we close right above on the double tap here of 317.97 on the 5 minute, like go down to the 5 minute there, because I think that's where your best bang for your buck is. You can probably scalp a call for like 30, 40, 50%, something like that when you get there. That's a when, not an if. Get Tesla 380C 120 to 130. Take the win if you want. I'm a hold. Tesla. What are you going to do? I think you're going to pop real fast here. I do think that's going to happen. I do think that. And the reason I think that is because you've double tapped this pivot point. You filled an imbalance most likely from months ago. Right here. This is your imbalance from September. What a coincidence. And now I think you go up higher towards 380, 2.5. That's what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I did get these silver calls yesterday with some folks. Let's go look at that. Silver 65 calls for April 17th, I think it was. Let me just find it. Silver, April 17th, 65C at 360 per con. They're up to 420. All right, look at that. Take the, scared of folding at 425 per con at here. And what did I do? Oh, these Planet Lab calls. Oh, I don't know if anyone took them with me, but we got them for next week. PL 327.30 calls. They're in the money, or they were in the money. I don't know if they're still are in the money. They are in the money. Oh shit, look at that. They're $600 now. Whoa. All right. Selling my last runners at here at 3, what is it? 620, 600 per con. Okay, if we get troops on the ground, I can't control the news. I don't know. If it dumps, it dumps.
Again, we have the USO calls for a reason.
Yes, sir. I don't know what's gonna happen to this shit. I'm not a wizard. But those Planet Lab calls were good, and these USO hedges might actually work out. We'll see. They were down quite a bit yesterday. Yeah, 25%. I only have 2 on this account. I got 10 on my main one, but this is a hedge for a reason. Yeah, we might be cooked now because of the news that's coming out, but hey, it is what it is. We got a good win on those SPY calls. They're still buying. I don't know, man. They might just pop it. Buy dips, buy dips, buy dips, buy dips. Nothing's changed. Like, yeah, maybe the news sends it down temporarily, but like you got a lot of exposure up here. Until that changes, until this changes towards downside, I'm not buying puts. Okay, there's your move up on Apple. That's what I was saying. Tesla might be cooked there, but whatever. You should start moving up on Amazon soon. I don't know what happens there. USO's going. Yeah, well, I can't control the news there, but that's good for Apple. It's going to go up now. This is the flight to safety right here. At least we'll have one win, or we could have had 3 or 4 wins here if we sold when I told you to sold. But again, I'm not betting against these guys just yet. Until this changes, I'm not betting against them. Nope, still there. 1 minute ago, 8.5 bill buy, 5.2 bill buy. It might take all day though. What did George open? Did he open calls? He opened exactly the same thing we did. I think he's going to get stopped out of them though. And the reason I think he's going to get stopped out is because of the news. He doesn't know about news. He's on down through $3. Okay, we'll give it some time. Let's go see what the situation room's telling us. It's live. Last update 1 minute ago. I don't see anything about the news. So SMCI calls probably do work. That's a lot of short covering. That's why I say that. And I'd be curious to see if this comes back up towards like this, like either the gap fill or at 25. Then I'd be interested in shorting it. Gold rises off 2 months low. Yeah. Ethereum, SMCI crashes 27%. Whatever. Update to the energy sector. Oh, did the XLE calls work? Nah, they're flagging to go higher. I just don't know when. And what else do we get here? Gold calls actually might work. I think George said the same thing. You're coming to your double tap here and then go up maybe. Do we have events today? I don't know. Powell speaks? No, it's 3:21. No, it's tomorrow. All right, we'll get some time. I think he's agreed on these calls finally. Let's go see. Ah, I made $1.50. Okay. You only got one? No, what a wimp. At least he had a banger entry. He had probably a better entry than we did. But ours did go up 40%, so I'm going to wait. Again, we don't control the news, but am I going to bet against people that are exposed by $30 billion at 660? Probably not. I see more buys coming in on the 660 strike. Either they know something or they're idiots, which could be true. Bullish bias going up. Dealers are positioned up there. Projections there. This is your expected path. If it nukes because of news, it nukes because of news. I can't control that, but I don't want to bet against the dealers. Apple calls are almost green. I'm going to wait. XLE shits are going up right here. This is your classic double tap, undercut, fill this imbalance, go up. If you just draw a simple line, like right here, right in the middle of this imbalance, you'll see what I mean. Let's make this, how do I change the color? Wait, did I change the color? I honestly can't tell. Okay, probably just make that, put that right here. Right, that's right, the 50% of that imbalance, right? This is that imbalance, this is that imbalance. Above 50%, you become net buyer, so I do think this is going to go higher on that news. But Timmy, well spotted, man. I think the energy was catching a bit because they knew that news was coming out.
The interesting thing is that XLE is moving and USO isn't moving as much. Normally, it's quite the opposite.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, these are down 50%. They were up like 20% before, but I do think it's going to go higher. 9 mil volume compared to 50, 60 mil before, but we can't do much here.
I also wouldn't necessarily attribute things today immediately to that troop deployment. Yes, global tensions do have a effect on that, but a lot of people in the market right now are worried that you may not get any rate cuts at all in 2026. maybe not any until 2027. That seems to be a prevailing sentiment. And that type of news would impact things more than potential force like that right now.
Yeah, we'll give it some time. I'm going to end the stream in about 3 minutes, and I'll post some updates on the SPX channel or maybe in general when I see something. But for now, news is going to do what news is going to do. I'm still remaining bullish until they change their positioning here. And they keep buying, so I don't know. Maybe some bullish news comes out later in the day. I really don't want to bet against $32 billion or $17 billion or $14 billion. IWM has lower volume, $6 billion, RUT 1.4. Okay, we'll see where it goes, and we will take it from there. I will say if we close below in the 15 minutes, like right below 652 maybe, I'll probably get 640 puts or 646 puts or something like that, just to make a loss from this one. I should have taken the win at 40%, but I can afford the risk, so it is what it is. Apple's rejecting. USO is going higher. Is the volume here? Should we get some USO calls? Nah, I don't think it's worth the risk. And Tesla might be dead. Yeah, we lost that level. It's going to go down hard now. Unless this bottoms out. If this bottoms out right here, takes out this level, then I think we're good. Oops, moved that back in. I do think this is your basing point here. And George hasn't stopped out, has he? Oh, he stopped out. Okay. He stopped out. Double down.
You know what else is also catching bids today? Nuclear.
I can see that.
Especially Oklo.
Did my Oklo calls live? No, they're not going to live. We got two of these at 30. What did I take on Oklo? Let me just come back to my memory. It's been like a tough week. 61. Oh, that's way too far the money. No way. No way that's going to get backed. There's a rejection on USO and XLE, oddly. Is this going to go up now? Why do I get the feeling that that was just a sweep to go higher? You can probably lot of some Oklo calls if you want. 57 strike or 58 strike has a lot of open interest. Damien, did you end up taking those XOM calls?
Say that one more time.
Did you end up taking those XOM calls?
Yes, I did.
Are you red?
I have a new way to make Christmas lights.
I like that. All right. Let's close the stream out. If I see something, I'll post it. But for now, I don't know what the news is going to do. We might just be stuck or pinned here until people get clarity. But enjoy the day. I'll post in general whenever I see something. But for the time being, I'm just holding those 660 calls, Tesla calls, and the Apple calls still. The Amazon one inside just have runners. So I'll wait and report back if I see something. If not, I'll see everyone around 2:45 for the end of day lotto. We're only going to take one play on SPX and call it a day. All right. Take it easy, y'all.